Well, this is still chugging along. I got a whole 2 refined iron. This is going to take a little bit of time, I guess, in order to get the 9 that I need, but that's okay. We'll get there. So I got my crystals. Hopefully I can use uncharged one because they hold 1 million EU, and it's going to take a long time to fill these if they got to be filled. The other thing that I realized I didn't have was gold cable for the cable for the MFE. And I need also that rubber. Hopefully I've got enough of it. I'm going to make 6 of them. I think I only need 4. Alright, so then I'm also going to need a machine casing. Grab that guy, and then should be, I think these were sides, and then the golds were corners. Hey, there we go, MFE. Oh, achievement. Storage upgrade, cool. Alright, so this is going to be hooked up pretty much directly to this thing. I don't remember ICU as well as I should. It's been several months since I even played around with it a little bit, and I cut a lot of corners when I did that by going through RF. This time I'm doing it all standard, so I'm not sure what the cabling situation is, so we're just going to go ahead and use a cable to connect directly to this. And the cable that I've got is just, what was it, high voltage? I think it's high voltage. Nope. Alright, so IC2. I know that I extruded a bunch of cabling for industrial craft. Taco industrial craft. Alright, so I had created a bunch of the extruded iron, which is HV cable, that's what it's called. Figured I might as well go over the top with it. HV, there it is. So I need to insulated HV cable. Oh, I need 3 rubber. Do I have that much rubber? Just enough to make 1. Alright, so I'm going to have to make a bunch of rubber off screen. That's okay. I'm going to have more than enough rubber very, very soon, and you will all get to see that. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this here. Yeehaw. And then the MFE right there. And then fortunately, I'm going to need to transform this down to power that all this stuff can use. This is very awkwardly placed right now, so I will... I'm probably going to just scoot this 1 block forward. That's going to make it a lot easier to fit, because then I can do a 90-degree angle. Yeah, I think I'm liking that idea a lot better. But that's pretty much ready to go. No power stored in it yet, which is as to be expected. Oh, I'm at 3 now. Oh joy. I could just use Ordic steel for this, but I kind of want to do it the right way, so we're just going to have to wait for that. Let's put the tin plates back in. Kinetic, and MFE. Okay, all those are done. Let's check the bees real quick, and then I think we're going to check the bees real quick, and then I think I'm going to start building some of those transformers, because we need to get it all the way down to low voltage for the stuff, or I've got to build a whole bunch of upgrades, and for now I think I'm just going to transform it down. Those were going in the compressor, got this gold cable all cut up. All that stuff in there. Oop, you again. Alright, so let's go check on some bees. Whooshed. Alright. So, how are you doing in here? So these cultivateds look like they are done. Do these stack? Yes, okay, cultivated is purified. I gotta let that queen finish. Pull the automation upgrade. This is bees in a nutshell. This one's still going away. These probably stack. Let's see, frugal. I'll let that one go. And I think these 3 are empty. Good. Alright, so there's my cultivated princess, and I need to mix that with these eldritch. So an eldritch in there, and let that go. These have been not identified yet. Where did my equalizer? There it is. Those. I can't wait to get rid of those. That's one of the reasons why I need to get that bee power up and going. Is, well, one, I want to wire my base. Yeah, I haven't done that yet, mostly because I don't have a stable power source yet. But the other reason is I want to get rid of these wind turbines, because they are just so noisy. Alright, so that's done. IC2, ore washing and thermal centrifuges and transformers. Let's grab that stuff. Transformers, ore washing plant, and thermal centrifuge. And to use the thermal centrifuge, I'm probably also going to want to build an electric thermal thingamajigger. But let's start with transformers. So, transformer. I need to build, let's see, I've got That's extreme voltage. This will take it... this is a step down from high voltage, but I'm going to be using... yes, because I'm going to be using high voltage, and then I need to step it down to low, and then I need to take low to extreme low. So high voltage, medium voltage, and low voltage. So these are the... I need to build these three. Oof. Alrighty, so I got to build, of course, the lower ones in order to make the higher run. Oh no, the medium voltage has actually got a direct recipe, it's just that the high voltage does not. Well, let's start with the low voltage, because it's probably easy. 2 insulated tins and a coil. Probably got the coil. Iron. Put the iron in there, get a coil. Transformer. Blah, blah, blah. Pull everything, good. Alright, there's my low voltage transformer. Medium voltage transformer I need to make 2 of, which is insulated copper and basic machine casing, so I'm going to need 2 of these. Oh, and I'm out of iron plates. Do I still have a forge hammer? Yes, I do. I can make iron plates. Didn't know that I would need so many of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just take it. Break my hammer. There we go. Alright, so then we'll make another one of these. Awesome-tastic. Alright, so... and I've got the one here. Transformer. Good at this spelling. Alright, so... need 2 of these, and I don't have any insulated copper. And I don't have any rubber, do I? Oh, I've got enough to make 1. Yeah, so one of the hazards of me doing so much recording in such a small amount of time is the fact that well, you know, I'm forgetful and distractible. It means that a lot of my checks that I normally do for recording, like making sure that I've got the materials that I need in order to do things, I either forget to do or I don't do them as well as I should. And this is low insulated. This is a perfect example of me running out of rubber because I didn't think to check it. It was one of the things that I forgot, and I apologize for that. Why do I have only 1 basic machine? Oh, it's because it's in my inventory. Alright, so that guy. Now, the high voltage, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to make this thing. Transformer. High voltage transformer. Oh, there's Toasty. Let me just answer him back real fast. Retest. Alright, so this didn't... former. Alright, so advanced RE battery, everything else I'm pretty sure I've got. This is bronze. I probably got all this. Probably, maybe not the lead dust. Bronze item casing. I only have 1 of those? Let's check. Bronze. Wow, I do only have 1 of those. Bronze item casing. Alright, well let's just grab this. I don't have much bronze left, and I don't have my hammer left either. Alright, well, let's build a forge hammer. Let's see, do I have any sticks? Do I have anything? Forge hammer is this guy surrounded by iron. You know that bit last session where I said, you know, once I build my metal former, I'll never have to do this again. Well, you know, unless you're me and you forget to do everything, let's just make a good quarter stack of these. Perfect. And then that in there, and bronze item casing. Alright. So, once again, transformer. Was this the HV? I can take HV transformer, a lot easier to type. Alright. Might not have the lead dust. No, I don't. Of course. Alright, guys, so I made some stuff, found a couple other things that I was missing. Hopefully I've got it all now, but I doubt it. It's just been one of those nights. Alright, so I got my advanced RE battery. I actually had to put the other thing you'll notice, I had to put the thermal centrifuge back in the board. There's actually quite a few things for that I'm missing that I have to put together and machine. So that's going to have to wait until another day. We're not quite ready for that anyway. So yeah. Okay, we're at the HV transformer. And I think I got everything else here. Yep, alright, so now I got all my transformers, so that one's done. I'm going to work on the wiring of those guys later. So we'll put those guys back in there for now. And what else did I have? Oh, ore washing plant. Pretty sure I've got everything for this. Some buckets. Buckets might be something I don't actually have for this, so we're gonna need 4 of those coils, iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Ore wash. Electric motors, and once again the iron. Enough to drive a perfectly sane person crazy. And since I'm already kind of crazy, I don't know what that says. Okay, what am I doing here? Ore washing. Alright, so I got the motors. Let's see what all. Probably do not have the machine casing. Oh, I hope I got enough iron plates. Probably do. So that was there, and then what were the things at the side? Buckets, yeah. Pretty sure I'm missing buckets. Alright, so that should be everything. Oh, didn't pick up the buckets. I didn't have enough of them anyway. Alright, so ore washing plant. Now this is going to be for the secondary step in the ore processing for IC2. As I've already got my mechanism ore processing, so the only thing that I really want this for really is for doing uranium. There's also something that I can do with a little bit of the waste product from one of these other machines. I'll have to refresh. Oh, it's something I can do with the slag. I think I can. No, that's just through the thermal centrifuge, which again I don't have the stuff I need for yet. It requires a lot of parts. But how am I doing in here? How about 7? Need 2 more. All right. So while we wait for that, I'll just throw the ore washing plant in there too, because I don't need it right now. One of the things that I realized that I was missing was I need to make a turning table, and I need to make a turning blank. And this is to make something that I need for that thermal centrifuge. Oh, I'm going to be out of these, aren't I? Yep. Alright, let's get that forge hammer. Say I'm never going to use it again, use it lots. Alright, let's just make, I don't know, 16 of these. Quarter stack sounds good. Wish there was a button for a quarter stack. There probably is, I just don't know it. Because I like going in quarter stacks of everything for whatever reason. Turning. So I need to make one of these guys. And then I've got my 2 rods. I think I got everything for that. Yep. Turning table. And then I also need to make a turning blank. Which I need just another ingot for. Oh, it must be between plates. What was it? Iron turning blank. Oh, but it was... Oh, I had it backwards. Alright. I knew it required a plate and iron. I just... Or casing and iron. Alright. So that'll be for making the thing that for the centrifuge. Thermal centrifuge. I need to build a mining laser, and that requires a whole bunch of parts, one of which is this iron turning blank, but I also have to do advanced alloy. And I just don't feel like doing advanced alloy tonight. It requires a lot of plates, and I've exhausted a lot of my plates, as you've seen. So I need to get my plates back up to a good level before we go into that. But I got the ore washing plant done as well as the transformers, and now we're basically waiting on the blast furnace to make refined iron. But while that's doing all that, okay, so the turbine that I want to, the rotor that I want to make is the best rotor because it is the most efficient. It turns. You do require a minimum MCW, which is the wind speed. I've never seen the wind speed go below that, so I think I'm going to be good. And because my wind speed actually does get up quite high, I wouldn't feel good doing anything less than the steel rotor. And the steel rotor requires a just tremendous amount of refined iron and steel. But the carbon one actually isn't bad. You need the shaft of refined iron, which is why I need those 9 pieces of refined iron, and the rest is just carbon plating. And carbon plating is actually pretty easy to make. If it's a little bit laborious, it's pretty easy. So it starts with raw carbon fiber to make this raw carbon mesh. Raw carbon fiber is for coal dust. Now, coal dust is something that I have a lot of. Pulverized coal. Oh, I hope this is... Yeah, it is. So... yeah, I've got tons of this. I'm going to have no problems making as much of this coal fiber as I want. And I think it was, what, 2 of these to make Okay, so then let's make another one of these. Alright, so I'm actually going to need quite a bit of carbon mesh because I also want to make myself a nanosuit, and that requires quite a bit of this carbon plating. And carbon plating, you just take raw carbon mesh and toss it in a compressor. So I'm going to need 6 times, so I'm going to need 24 of those. So I'm just going to throw a whole stack of carbon into the compressor. Compressor's done compressing air. Alright, so it's just going to go to town compressing those into stuff. This is what I've been doing with all of my spare bees. Just dumping them into the recycler and turning them into scrap. It feels somehow wrong and mean, but eh. For some reason, yeah, I can't bring myself to hurt horses in the game, but feeding bees into a recycler to make them into scrap is somehow okay with me. I don't know, I'm a weird person. Alright, so these go into this guy, block of steel. Alright. And then that block of steel goes into the metal former on extrude. Alright, so how are we doing on these? I got 29 and I needed 24. Good. So now I can make my rotor. Alright, so then we need the carbon mesh. So I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then these go around the rotor. Like so. And I've got my kinetic rotor. Now this, I believe, lasts for 7 days in the wind turbine, which is actually really good. And so if I stick the rotor on here... Ah! I've got it backwards. Alright. I had a 50-50 chance of getting that one right. Alright, so where's my... I got my wrench here. So... But it looks like it'll stick off the end, so this might work. Alright, so turn her around. What the... How? Oh, it's because I... Sorry for the... thingy here. Alright. There we go. Boom. Alright, so... 401 KU, which is generating 100 EU per tick. The wind must have gone down, because that sounds a lot less than it should be right now, but that's okay. Still, 100 EU per tick is 10 times better than that generator over there, and I'll probably, as I said, make a couple of these and just make them so that it looks like they're propelling my island in that direction. And we are just... Do I not have this thing hooked up top right? Oh, I bet you I need to set this to export, which should be this guy. Did I just turn that? I did. Why? Why? No, this way. Nope, oh, I was right. This way? Well, it turns out I'm just an idiot. I had this thing facing inside, or outside in, so it wasn't gathering up all the energy, because, yeah, you can't pump in the out. So, yeah, so now this thing is coming away. The wind power dropped off very slightly this morning, so now we're down to 84.3 EU per tick. Hopefully it'll pick up a little bit later, but, I mean, it's not too bad. As I said, once I get 3 or 4 of these running, I'm not going to be hurting for power until I start actually doing the replication, so that's good. So everything here is pretty much set up and ready to go. I'll just recable everything and do some automation maybe, or some optimization, and maybe build a couple more of these, but I'll do all that off camera. Next time we're going to finish off B-Power, probably be in real life time tomorrow, but in episode time probably 2 or 3 from now, and that'll be good. 2 or 3 from now, what am I talking about? It'll be in the next episode, derp. Taco is tired. And then we're going to go from there. I'm probably going to move IC2 further down the list because I want to get B-Power all sorted. I want to do that tomorrow so that I can start wiring my base and then getting on with it. And then we're going to be delving into genetics to finish off all the bee stuff with a bang. And by that I mean being able to just customize bees right from the get-go rather than all this crossbreeding that I've been doing. And then we're going to start getting into doing this kind of at the same time as genetics, actually, because I'm going to need at least 1 alveary in order for genetics to work, because I need this hatchery, and that's an alveary block. Once I get the hatchery, then genetics all comes together. So that'll be a big multi-episode shenanigans right there, probably over the course of several sessions, but I think we'll knock out bee power in the next session, and then we will have our base powered entirely on bees. But thank you for watching. Hope you've been having a good time. I've been having a great time playing with bees, playing with my base, and doing probably one of the craziest power gens you're ever going to see, other than maybe that guy who did his base powered with pigs on treadmills. That was just awesome. But I will see you guys next time. Until then, I've been Taco Mage, and have a good day.